You know, like that's tough. And you've been through it. You've been hurt. Like, you went through your shit.
It's fucking tough. It's tough, especially when you walk in that locker room and you look around, you're like, I wonder if these guys even respect me anymore.
It's the
when
big
you go through those type of situations. It's fucking hard because, especially if you're up here at one point in your career and then you get knocked down, like my situation, and then you're playing that next year and you're kind of just looking around like, damn, like you feel like you just kind of lost respect from.
And like anything,
they're just the only opinion that really matters.
Like anything else, you're probably projecting.
Oh,
right?
100%. Yeah.
You're so in your head. But like, that's the game that they play in the NFL. Like, they don't even need to put pressure on you to come back. The biggest pressure on you to come back is the guys I passed in the hallway.
Yeah.
Like going to practice and I got fucking grays on and I'm walking to I remember like durability was not an issue for me. Played in, I played in 100 games in a row. Not a problem. Never missed a practice, nothing. Got rolled up on holding up Phil Loadholt week 1 of 2014. I was a captain. Next thing you know, I'm walking through the halls wondering if people even like me, bro.
Right.
It's a weird fucking thing, dude.
It's a weird deal.
And it happens to the best players in the league. Like, so I think, talking about Baker or whoever, it's just like, it's a total what have you done for me lately league. And, playing hurt's probably not a good idea either.
Well,
and that's
he
what
tore his, was it his full rotator cuff, right?
Yeah, and you think you're going to get all this respect.
Dude, well, here's where it might be a thing. It's like
it's honorable.
Baker,
right?
when Baker like tore his labrum, you think the players would respect that over. Eventually the coaches are gonna be like, if you're gonna play, you're gonna play. You better play well. There's a standard. But I feel like if you tore your labrum and you're playing, you might not be playing great. I'm like, damn, the boy's really doing it though. Like he's giving it all. He's not bitching out and just sitting out. Which is kind of cool.
Well, that's what I would say, I guess. But, like people forget. Like by the 8th week, you're back in. People are like, oh, he's good now. But like, you're not. That injury doesn't go away the rest of the year. So I do think like,
and people forget once the farther, like you're saying, like week 8, like even the next year, people don't even remember that you're playing hurt. You're just judged
not at all. And
your stats and everything else. And
the organization
going to talk about, well, I only had X amount of catches, blah, 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 and not even remember the injury.
Yeah, dude. And like the organization forgets. Like, you know what I mean?
Quick.
And you're like, man, if I fucking play hurt, they're going to look out for me next year.
No,
they're not.
No,
dude.
bro. I tore my PCL. It might have been one of the years you were on Philly.
Yeah,
I can't remember, but I tore my PCL. And
big time shit talker when he was on Philly.
I was.
You were?
Yeah.
To who?
To everyone on my offensive line when we played. It was the year after you guys won the Super Bowl. But go ahead.
Really?
We'll bookmark that.
Year after.
We'll bookmark that.
After, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just talking
hold on. Hey, we'll tell a story.
You can tell real quick.
I'll get back to tell me the PCL story when we go here because I'm shocked by that.
Who's going first?
But I changed. I'm like, not me, dude.
I was just going to say to your point of like, they're going to take care of you the next year. Like it was 16. Let's just say it was 16.
Yeah.
I tore my PCL against Philly.
Sure.
And I'm back practicing on the 9th day from tearing my PCL. It was a huge, massive brace, doing whatever I can off the field to get back as quickly as possible on the field.
Yeah.
Did some stuff that I don't even ask questions on.
Yeah.
So I can get out there and play because we played on Monday.
Did stuff you didn't ask questions on?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Early prostate check?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here?
No,
like probably taking shots
to get my knee right.
Oh, got it.
Because we played a Monday night game and the backup blew a couple things and you just feel like sitting on there. You feel standing there on the sideline and everything else and coach would be like, oh, man, we need you out there if we get you to just call the defense. All this different stuff, right?
Yeah, we just need you to do that.
Right. But you're in your own head doing whatever it takes to get back on. You think it's extremely honorable. Everybody in the locker room, everybody in that moment talks about how, you're like a savage, you're a monster. Like, I can't believe you're doing this.
Right.
And I played like the last 3 games and we missed that last week. It was when the New York Giants, they all flew to Miami to get on that boat. And then they came and beat us by like 1 point or a couple points. The boat year, bro. And so we didn't get in.
I got bad news for people, by the way. Players are drunk as fuck in their home city too.
Absolutely.
So like,
yeah.
Okay.
But that was, we didn't play into the playoffs then. Yeah. So I was going into my restricted free agent year and you're kind of thinking like they might take care of you with a second tender or contract extension because you've been a captain and a starter for the team.
Wrong.
All of this stuff played when he plays when he's hurt. He does all this stuff. He gets back on the field as quickly as possible. He sacrifices for the team.
Yep.
Bro, they don't give a fuck about that. They just use it against you because you are what your film is.
It's a business.
So when you're out there limping around with 1 tackle in the final 2 games of the year, I only had like 1 or 2 tackles. So I wanted to call the defense and be honorable. Like they use that shit against you.
You can't lead either from the back. So like, you know, like when I came back from that injury in 14, I shouldn't have come back. And honestly, it changed my career forever. I got lucky. I wound up on top with everything, but like I was lucky. Like I easily could have signed with the wrong team and then been bitter the rest of my life. But I played hurt. Part of it was because I love my coach, Jeff Fisher, and I wanted to play for him too.
What a guy, dude.
I love Jeff Fisher, dude. And Jeff like didn't pressure me to play. Like in fact, there was a game where I went to the front of the plane. We were on the way to San Diego, and I like could not walk, dude. But I just wanted to play like that. Like insecurity drove you to play.
Yeah.
And I remember like I tried to argue with Jeff at the front of the plane. He was like, "You're not playing." So I appreciated him taking care of me. But like they can only do so much to stop you from yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you put bad tape out there and that follows you. You know what I mean? So I was just like, if I had to give a young player advice, and I know everybody's situation is different, like don't do it. Unless it's a big situation.
Like you're in the playoffs or Super Bowl,
you have your money.
Yeah, it always depends on where you're at in your career. Like I rolled my ankle my rookie year, and it was a 2-14 year. Yeah. It was like week 12.
You've been through one. Yeah,
it was like week, with 2-14, 3-13 the first 2 years. Tough. And so, but I called my agent. I'm like, yo, I got to play. Yeah. He's like, can you set? I'm like, no. Like this shit, I have to splint it or something. And my agent's like, dude, you were a first round pick. I'm like, yeah, but I owe this team. And he's like, you guys aren't going to make the playoffs. You guys are probably going to have the first or second pick in the draft. Like, what are you doing?
Ben Simmons energy.
And they had to like, yeah, dude, don't put that on me. But he had to like legit talk me into, like, you should not play. Like, do not play. This is not smart for your career. It's your first year. He's like, and it's your first year in the league, so you don't know. Like, you're still in college, low key.
You're not that guy where you have a first round attitude. Like, you know, sometimes I wish like I had more of a first round attitude where I would just like, you know, just boss people around and do what I wanted to do. And not.
You really wish you were had that a little bit?
Maybe I'd have protected myself better in certain situations.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like, but the flip side of it is like not being that guy, people fuck with you. And, you know, like the one time it did pay off, I played with a high ankle my contract year. We were 2-14 and I was shooting that thing up to get, and that was the best year I ever had. And so like the trade-off of that is my ankle was probably never the same, but I'll take the money.
Yeah.
They broke me off. So like mission accomplished. I'm sitting here looking at a house right now. I'm like, thanks to playing on a high ankle, you know,
right, exactly.
Cash. So it's a give and take. It's like a dance. You gotta, you know.
But it's also like for players, it can't be a double-edged sword. Then, and I'm not saying which side I'm on. I'm just saying like if you're gonna take the risk of doing the high ankle sprain and playing that way, then if you're 40, 42, 43 years old and your ankle's fucked up now, like you can't bitch at that because you made the choice too.
Yeah, well, I don't know all the details when it comes to people getting their money and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's all way different.
Right.
Way different.
But I will say, like me personally, I can only speak for myself. Like I've never once looked back at my trainers and been like mad at them, you know, even when they were wrong about stuff. Like, because usually I was ready to do that. Like I was jumping out of the airplane, dude. Like we were like, fuck it, let's do this. So, you know, I think trainers in the NFL could do a better job of like stopping players from themselves, but that's not in their best interest because they have pressure from upstairs.
Exactly.
When's this guy ready?
It's a huge game.
And coaches don't understand, you know, what's going on in players' bodies. They don't have time to care or educate themselves. You know, like, and I get it. The disconnect is real in the NFL. It's almost like they need an arbitrator to decide when a player comes back, like something like that.